Welcome back, fellas, to another NBA video. It is Monday, January 6th, and we have a pretty big slate today that we're going to waste no time to go over. I have 5 picks for you guys, so I can't wait to hop straight into them. We're obviously going to start not on props.cash. We're going to be on Underdog to take all of our plays for today. Not on the NFL either, but NFL playoffs coming up. So we got to build that bankroll for NBA. We did go on our last slate of NBA games 2-3 and 3-1 the day before that. So we're kind of rolling on NBA, doing pretty well there. But let's keep it pushing. Can't slow down now. We're going to start in this Portland and Detroit game, the first game on for the day. We're going to take the lower for Anthony Simons to go under or lower 8.5 rebounds plus assists. I really like this spot for him. I guess his line is just a little bit higher due to his recent bump in a little bit of usage, but I don't think it really matters that much when we're looking at this matchup as a whole. So obviously you look at his past 10 games, and he's hit this in 6 of his last 10 games. He's averaging 9 per game, which you look at that and you're like, damn, that's really high. But he's way above his average potential assists in 4 of the past 10 games so far, along with he had a few spikes and his rebound chances that I just don't think are very consistent at all. Obviously, 5.5 in his past 10 games, 9, we'll just bump it up from 8.9 to 9 potential assists in his past 10 games. He's getting about 14 chances per game. 14 and to convert 9 isn't horrible. It's definitely not what you want to prefer, but look at the Detroit defense they're going against. Detroit's one of the best teams against point guards in the entire league. 4th in rebounds, 2nd in assists, and 1st in damn near almost every fucking other category. They're one of the toughest defenses to play against. I get he's labeled as a shooting guard here, but he plays the point guard position for the squad. We can use our other tool called Boston Basketball Monster. That helps us really kind of see that in full scale. So when you're looking at Basketball Monster, this is the projected lineups you have and what position that they're going to start at. So this is a great tool to use when you're seeing if, okay, who's playing at what position and how much are they playing that? A lot of times earlier in the year, we took advantage and got Ben Simmons' line when he was playing primary center, starting at center, and we could take his rebounding lines. We could take his assist lines at different points in time and take advantage of it when he was playing that true center role for the Nets, where obviously now he's playing the 3, but with D'Angelo Russell there. But we do the same thing here with Anthony Simons. He's playing the point guard position. He's been playing it all year. Shaedon Sharpe is a true 2. He's going to stay at the 2. Obviously, Deni Avdija can handle the ball, but he's going to be more of the 4. And Kamara is obviously going to stay at the small forward. So again, he's going to be playing this primary 1 role. And against primary 1s, they're a very, very tough matchup. And you even go here to the props madness side of things. You can see as overall as a team, this Detroit team allows the 6th fewest assists and the 4th fewest total rebounds. So, again, the line looks a little bit more juicy over the past 10 games, but I just don't think in this very tough matchup he's going to be able to get it done. Also, again, if we go back to Basketball Monster, the spread of this game is projected to be 6.5, so it could swing out and be a big spread, but I think Detroit's going to cover here pretty well. And this game could potentially get out of hand depending on a few of the matchups. But I think Anthony Simons goes under 8.5 rebounds plus assists pretty easily. Heading to our next play, we're going to get out of that game. We're going to go to Philly and Phoenix. Feel great about this spot. Tyrese Maxey to go over. Okay, well, it's not here on UD, but it's 23.5 points. You can get it on Pickett. Make sure if you're not on Pickett, use code BDG when you sign up. It's literally free. You just automatically follow me and you can see all the bets I place and the lines I place them at. And you can directly copy them from there. Not only that, but you can track obviously all your own bets from there as well and see how much you're up or down. But make sure you're on Underdog also. I think I forgot to say in the beginning. You use code BDG when you sign up. When you deposit 10 or more dollars, you can match up to $1,000. Plus, you can get a free square of De'Aaron Fox over half a point today. So Tyrese Maxey's the player we're going to go with. 23.5 points. I feel great about. We were able to get him at a pretty good spot here. Phoenix allows the 12th most points to opposing point guards with 12th fewest points technically, but that's not really what I'm looking at here. I'm looking at the field goal attempts and the overall switch in Phoenix's court, right? So obviously what we've been seeing out of Phoenix is a lot different. They're adding Ryan Dunn to the starting lineup. Mason Plumlee is now in the starting lineup. Tyus Jones is off the injury report. Tyrese Maxey versus Tyus Jones is going to be the first matchup we look at here. He's cooked Tyus Jones in the past. As you can see, 4 of the last 4 games versus Tyus Jones, he's hit over this mark, along with 32 points against Phoenix the first time they played. Now, that was without Joel Embiid. Obviously, Joel Embiid is back now. And but I don't think it makes that much of a difference. He's been cooking Tyus Jones on the regular. I think he's going to continue to do that in this game. Obviously, he's also hit this in 6 of the last 10 games, averaging 27 points per game. But this is what the main point we're going to look at. When you go to Prop Stop Madness and you go to this game right here and you look at Maxi's, where he's really at, this is the stuff I look at. They're 26, which means the 4th worst at the pick and roll ball handler, which is where 30% of his points come from. They're 9th worst at above the arc threes, or above the break threes, 40% of his shots come from above the break. They're the 7th worst defensive rating. They allow the 10th most points in the paint, and that is where, quick maths, 59% of his points come from in the paint. No, that's wrong. 49% of his points come from within the paint. They also are pretty much below average at three-pointers, assists, rebounds, pretty much every fucking thing else in basketball. This team has just looked bad on the defensive side of the rock for a little while now, and Tyrese Maxey has been cooking. So I expect to continue that today. Again, you look at the matchups, they're pretty good. Obviously, transition, they're only 12th, but again, this is this whole switch in lineup, so we really don't know how that's going to look. But the matchups are all there. I think he's going to continue to keep cooking. Opponent defense, like they allow a ton of points right in the paint here. And Maxey shoots 17% of all of his shots at that point without being in the restricted area. And he's been cooking this line at a very consistent rate. I think he's going to continue to cook and easily smash this mark here in this game. The next play we're going to take is a little bit of a cheeky, sneaky, freaky play, and that is Mikal Bridges to go under 3.5 rebounds. You're probably like, Gut, what the fuck are we doing here? And I would agree. What the fuck are we doing here? But this is going to make a lot of sense once I show you. Mikal has been playing, again, you look at the lineups, Mikal has been playing mainly the 2 on this team. I get with Brooklyn, he was playing the 3, whatever. On this team, he's mainly been playing the 2 and has been kind of a strict shooting guard next to Brunson. Hart has been the clear 3-4. OG's been more of the 4-3. Those two kind of swap back and forth. But Mikal, for the primary part, has been the 2. Okay, we look at that. Orlando versus shooting guards. It's not hot. They're just very good in general against all guards. Point guards are worse, but shooting guards are better. Small forwards, they stink. Power forwards, they're good. They're very all over the place, but they're the number 1 team versus rebounding in general, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're the number 1 team in rebounds allowed, number 2 in defensive rating, number 4 in points in the paint allowed. They're red all over the place, and they don't allow a lot of people to hit their lines. This is something cool that Props Madness does, is rebounds of players similar versus the Magic, right? So they look at, it's not that good a matchup, but Jalen Williams is a great comp. He had 1 rebound. Mikal Bridges earlier in the season had 2 rebounds. Jalen Williams, again, another good comp, 4 rebounds. Desmond Bane had 7 rebounds on October 26th. I'm not really taking October into account. December is more closer to the day we're looking at here. So those were December. Obviously, they've been shutting everyone down, and he hasn't hit this line damn near fucking at all. Like, look at this. 2 of the last 10 games. Not only that, but 12 of the last 36 games this season, of all 36 games, he's just not been hitting this line. Now he's a very tough matchup as well. The rebound chances have not been there. 5 rebound chances damn near every game. Go to the last 10, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, have his few outlier games. So unless we really get an outlier of a game here, which knowing my luck probably would happen, but unless we have a complete outlier of a game, I don't think he hits this mark. And obviously you can't really weigh all this stuff in because this is with a different team. But again, with the Knicks, it just looks drastically different. He's not seeing the rebounds you want. The lineup is the exact same, so there's no changes there. It's not like Cat's probably going to play, so as long as he's not out, you should be good. I think this is going to be an easy under cash, and I feel great about it. So I got it at -120. So again, make sure you're on Pickett if you're not, to lock in all of the value. But got to keep it pushing here. And again, Giannis isn't on here, but I took him at 29.5 points. Take him over 29.5. You feel great about it. You really like the spot here. Again, we can go on Pickett if it works. Yeah, Pickett's just not loading here, so that's fine. But again, took it at 29.5 on Pickett, and you can check the Pickett link in the description. But I love this spot for Giannis. He's been cooking recently, and I think he's going to continue cooking. He's playing at damn near an MVP level, and I feel great about that. Obviously, you go to power forwards. Oh, you're like, oh, they're 10th against power forwards. Yeah, watch this, bitch. Okay, ready? Watch fucking this. Everything Giannis is good at, these guys suck at. It's quite simple. You look at transition, 3rd worst. Points in the restricted area, 2nd worst. Defensive rating, 4th worst. Points in the paint, 6th worst. Pace, 8th fastest. That's good for him. They allow a ton of three-pointers. They allow the most free throw attempts allowed in the NBA. That all fits Giannis perfectly. Look, transition, he scores 23% of his points. Free throws, 16% of his points. Isolation, 14% of his points. They're bottom 5 in all those categories. That is, quite frankly, 53% of his shots he's taking, they're bottom 5 in the league at. 73% of his points are taken in the restricted area, and they are second worst at the restricted area points. Like, this is exactly the matchup you want for Giannis. I saw Alex Russo and a few other guys take like lower on this line. I understand Scotty Barnes is a tough matchup. I understand the hypothetical. The last time he played Scotty Barnes, let me show you. You could take it at face value, sure, and be like, oh, Scotty Barnes should lock him down. Like, look at this. Oh, my God. He hasn't hit this 2 last. This is March of 2023. This was the beginning of last season in November 11th. Okay, so you're taking these from very, very low sample sizes. Also, the usage rate, Giannis hasn't been this low in usage all season. He's not going to be this low in usage. Not only that, but I think these games were blowouts, if I'm not mistaken. Or, no, maybe they weren't. Did they lose by 10? Yeah. They lost by over 15 the last time they played. And he played 27 minutes because of it. Not only that, but he's only attempted 11 and 9 field goal attempts. Giannis is averaging 21.1 shot attempts per game. He's not going to see 9 and 11 shot attempts. I promise you. He's not going to see that. The fewest maybe Giannis will see this year is like 15. And even then, he's seeing a ton of free throws a game, which they allow the most free throws. In this game, he didn't even get many free throw attempts. 7 and 9. That's below his average right now. I think he's going to smash over this line. I just do. I don't think Scotty's really going to be much of a problem for him. He's hit this into 68%. No one has stopped him. Nobody. He hit under this line earlier this year. He played 33 minutes. He only had 12 field goal attempts. I understand. The free throw attempts were not there with 9. They also won that game. Did they win it by 15 plus? No. They also won that game by over 10 points. So it wasn't a competitive game at all, right? I think with Scotty, the game will be more competitive. The spread of this game, let's look, is 7.5. So it's still not high. But hopefully it's more competitive. Hopefully everyone's back and he's able to crush this line. I think he will crush this line. So it's not a blowout. I think he crushes this mark. Pascal Siakam, 18.5 points. Feel great about it. Love this spot for Siakam. So I took this at 19.5 for the better value of play here, but 18.5 you can get on underdog for right now even odds, which is great. You feel great about this spot where he's playing at Brooklyn. Again, you look at it like, oh, 8th in points, but again, let's pull this up. Let's look at the matchup. Let's look at where they're good at scoring points. Let's look at where they're not good at scoring points. That's why I think prop side cash is good, but it can also be deceiving, right? Because you can look at that and be like, oh, he's cooked. But no, you look at it against Brooklyn, it's fucking all green again. Again, worst in the league in transition. That's 19% of his points, or 5th worst in the league in transition, as you see down here. Post up, worst in the league, 19% of his points. Spot up, 19% of his points, 4th worst in the league. 12% of his points at free throws, 3rd worst in the league. Like, yeah, sure, they're good against a pick and roll. That's it. There's 4 other categories here of his scoring. What's this, 36? No, 38 plus fucking 57, and then another 12. There's like 70% of his points are bottom 3, bottom 5. And the Nets are on a team like, yeah, they add D'Lo. That does nothing for their defense. Maybe that moves Ben a little bit further down to be able to guard some other guys. Like, I'm not scared of Ben Simmons against Pascal Siakam. Ben's been good this year, not great. And if Jalen Wilson's guarding him, good luck. Good luck. I don't think he will. I think it will be Ben. But if Ben even plays, it's another thing. I think this is an easy smash home bet. I take it every single time. He does it 58% of games, 6 of his last 10 games. I think he's going to crush this mark. He's seeing a lot of field goal attempts, 15 field goal attempts for an 18.5 point line. You'll have to see it. Free throw attempts as well. Obviously, there's the game with, there you go, fix that. He's averaging 4.2 free throw attempts. So say he gets 4 free throws, makes 3 of them. Has 15 damn field goal attempts. In games where he has 1 free throw attempt, he's hit 62% of games. I'm not saying it. You're saying it. They allow the most free throw attempts to power forwards. The most free throw attempts to power forwards. All right, yeah, we went over everything. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you guys are taking in the comments below. Let me know if you're tailing any of these picks. Let me know if you're fading all my picks. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you for the love, support. Peace.